Can Petr Yan get his revenge and get the upset over champion Merab Dvalishvili? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
You know I'm biased. I'm always biased against Merab. I love Merab, bro. He's one of my favorite people in the world. Yeah, I'm going with Merab, bro. Merab is just operating on a different level right now. The one out of everybody, out of all the champions right now that are just operating at a different level above their weight classes, I'd have to say Merab has probably got the biggest gap between him and his competition. I don't know. I'd say it's a tie between him, Pantoja, and Topuria. The Georgian boys came up and caught on, boy. I like Georgia. I need to go there. I need to go take a trip out there. I'm gonna pull up the guys.
Merab is my friend. I was in Georgia. I love his country. We're gonna fight together on the same card. So yes, Merab. He is crazy, funny man. I like him. I like his style for sure. Him.
Bro, I think Merab. I don't watch too much, but I know he have a lot of cardio, and I think Merab is gonna win.
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting when Petr Yan mentioned that if you look back at the fight, he didn't use his right hand, and I hadn't noticed until he mentioned it. So we might see a completely different fight. We may, who knows? But I really love that matchup. I think it's going to be an action-packed fight. I think it's going to be hard for Merab to cycle through the takedowns the way he did with Corey Sandhagen against Petr Yan, and I'm only saying that based on the fact that Petr Yan is a little bit shorter, and it's going to be harder for him to get in those hips at the same, frequency as he did with someone who's much taller. So it's going to be it's easier to get in on taller guys, and I think with Petr Yan it might be a little bit harder. And if he was right and his hand was compromised the first time, he might have a surprise for Merab. But I really think Merab is he's been on fire, and he's going to be hard to beat for anybody. And I can't wait to watch that fight.
Probably Merab, man. I like Merab. We've always had good chats, and he's always been good people to me. And even when I went to syndicate and stuff, he was cool. But I will say that Petr Yan is Josh's favorite fighter. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be an interesting one. I just want to see a really good fight. I know the first one was kind of not lackluster, but Merab was just kind of all over him. So I want to see, because in MMA, man, it's so crazy. Every time you fight, if you fight someone 10 times, the fight is gonna look completely different every single time. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see the adjustments Yan made, and see if we can solve Merab, because Merab's on fire.
Merab, dog. The machine, baby. The machine. I don't know. I think the only person who's beaten him is probably Umar in a rematch of that fight. Love Petr Yan. Once again, love watching him fight, but Merab is just, he's playing a different game right now. You know what I'm saying? This is sometimes you see athletes get to a level where it's other people, in our sport, some people come to fight, and then someone like Merab's playing a whole different game. He's out there doing, you're trying to fight him, he's just out there just fucking manipulating, getting you to do whatever the fuck he wants you to do, and winning fights. So yeah, I got Merab right now.
I don't know if anybody has the answer for Merab yet. I'll be totally honest. His kind of unhinged and unbridled just ability to fully get after it and have a crazy gas tank, his wrestling abilities, he just poses such a threat that it would be very difficult for many people to shut that down. Now, I know Petr Yan is a very talented fighter. He's got some of the dopest striking and boxing in the UFC. He has a fantastic ground game as well, so we'll see. We'll see where his preparation is. If he can shut down the grappling, then sky's the limit. I think Corey Sandhagen did a really good job of that. He just wasn't able to recapitalize when he was on the feet. So it's always hard. You always kind of get excited that somebody may be able to take the crown, but I don't think anybody has figured out Merab quite yet.
Oh, I'm a big Merab fan. Merab all the way against everyone.
I don't know how you can pick against Merab at this point. what he's done to pretty much everyone he's fought. That everyone knows what's going to happen. They still can't stop it. You can always say like, oh well, maybe Petr Yan can catch him, and that's true. But maybe all those other guys could have too, and it hasn't happened yet. So I would still go with Merab on that one.
Merab. I just don't see anybody beating him right now. He is just so solid. He's just good everywhere. If he loses, it has to be by knockout or random submission, and I just don't see Petr Yan, because Petr Yan is the type of guy that likes to break you down, beat you up over time, wear on you, discourage you, be right in your face, and Merab loves that stuff. It's just a bad matchup for him. It's somebody that's not going to care. Anybody can get clipped, but it's bad stylistic matchup for Petr Yan.
Merab outworks Petr Yan.
Oh man, Merab.
Yeah, this fight's good, but I think Merab gonna win again. Merab right now on his level, I don't see nobody who gonna win him. For me, interesting if he fight with Pantoja, Pantoja, the champion. I think it's gonna be interesting fight. I would like to watch Pantoja versus Merab. It's one fight like.
Oh man, I gotta go Merab, man. I mean, just based on their previous fight, and then man, dude, I think Merab's on his way to being a GOAT. Let's for sure.
How do you bet against Merab? Like, how do you go against that? I think Merab has the ability to not that he's trying, but he has the ability to make you look boring, right? In Petr Yan, and I think he can do that. I think Peter will be improved from the last fight simply because he's not going into this fight injured and have all of those things. But I don't think Merab is gonna. I think he's intelligent in the fact that he doesn't ever really get sucked into your game, regardless of how much shit you talk, regardless of what you say in the cage, outside of the cage. Like, Merab is going to stay Merab, and I just don't know. And I could just see it kind of being like the last fight he had against Sandhagen. It would be competitive, but I just don't see Peter beating him.
Yeah, I think Merab. Yeah, I'll say Merab, just based off of Merab having his number. That first fight was a little crazy with the takedowns and whatnot, but yeah, I think Merab.
Merab.
Yeah, so I got Merab, and I think what you said is the biggest thing. I think as when he became champion, he just became more confident. He's loving fighting. He's enjoying defending the title. I mean, he just looks more powerful. He looks like he's still improving, and I just don't think Petr Yan is going to be able to stop the run right now.
Merab for sure.
A good fight. I'm gonna say Merab, I think.
Yeah.
Unless Petr Yan can knock him out. I don't see anyone beating Merab's style unless they get that knockout, and I just think that he's got that meathead that you just probably couldn't knock out.
It's hard to deny Merab, man. I'm a big fan of Petr. I love his boxing style. I love everything how the dude conducts himself inside the ring. He's like a gangster in there. But it's hard to deny that momentum right now, man. If Petr Yan can pull it off, it would be amazing. But right now, Merab's looking like the GOAT of 135, point blank, period.
Merab for sure. It's like that guy is a beast, bro. Nobody having his card on his division. So he's another guy. Is he and Pantoja, I do believe he's gotta stay with the belt for a little while. I can't see anybody on that divisions right now to take the belt away.